Hey everybody, welcome back. With deer season almost done, there's a little bit of late season bow hunting here in Wisconsin. And what I'm going to do here now is show you how to make jerky using the ground up venison that you may have from this past season. So all you're going to need is a few ingredients. Obviously, the hamburger or the ground venison, some seasoning, measuring spoons, and a jerky press, which that's what I'm going to be using. You could use roasts or steaks and cut them real thin and use the oven. I'm going to be using a dehydrator, and I'll show you the process of mixing the ingredients and letting the meat sit and cure, and then I'll show you what to do next. What I have is a 3-tier food dehydrator, 3 levels of racks, and hopefully that should cover the 3 pounds of meat that I'll be doing up. Alright, now the meat's ready for the seasoning, which is a teriyaki flavor. You can use any flavoring that you want, it's totally up to you. And what I'm going to do is, I have 3 pounds of ground venison right here, and what it calls for is, for ground meat, it calls for 2 tablespoons of seasoning per pound. So I got 3 pounds, so I'm going to use 6 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop up some seasoning. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. All right, now it calls for the cure to put in. It calls for a 1/4 teaspoon per pound. Like I said, I have 3 pounds, so I'm going to take 1/4 teaspoon of cure, sprinkle it in. It's almost a whole packet. Yeah, it is almost. So I'm going to sprinkle this whole thing in here. And then what I'm going to do is mix it all up. What I'm going to do, the best way to do it is your hands. What I forgot to do in the beginning is add a little bit of water. It calls for 3 ounces of water, or 1 ounce per pound. I don't think I'm going to add that much to it. I'd made jerky before. I made rabbit jerky. I made, venison jerky also. And there's goose jerky too, I believe, ground it up. Got a lot of compliments on the rabbit jerky. It took a while to do it. Needed quite a few rabbits to make enough jerky, and grind it up and everything else. So add a little bit more water. Help with the mixing process, blending. Alright, I do believe this is all set up, ready to go. I'm going to leave this sit for a few hours. Put the cover on and then go and refrigerate it. Alright, the kind of jerky press I have, it's a small cylinder, like probably a 2-inch cylinder by 6 inches. It's got 3 different attachments. It's got a flat, a tube, kind of like, I'm assuming for like hot sticks, and one more smaller tube. They're funnel shaped. What I like to do is just use this, use that for making my jerky. You go ahead, and I'll show you later when the meat's all cured. You spoon the ground meat in here, then you go ahead, just like a caulk gun, screw that on, put your setting the way you'd like it, and just start squeezing, just like you're caulking a window. Alright, it's been about a day or so for the meat to cure, and now I'm going to go ahead and show you the process of stuffing this thing and making strips of jerky. Alright, what I'd like to do is take a bigger tablespoon, just start filling the tube. Alright, it's completely full. Then I'm going to go ahead, bring this back. Go ahead and thread this on. Now I'm gonna, either you can do like a huge spiral, or you can just have a couple inch, like a 4-inch strip of meat and break it off and continue like that. However you want to do it is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and start squeezing it out. Alright, it seems to be almost empty, so go ahead and continue the process of filling it back up and keep going. Alright, now I'm ready to start the process of dehydrating. I have all the meat pressed out onto the trays. I have 3 trays, and all I have to do is put the cover on and plug it in. The cover has holes to allow all the airflow to either come out or just flow over the top. You just put that on like this. There's no settings. There's no timer, no settings. A thermostat to set the heat. And timer, did I say? So all you have to do with this unit is just plug it in and walk away. What I'm going to do is let this sit for like 6 to 8 hours. It's 5:30 now. 6 o'clock now in the morning. I'm going to go out and do some rabbit hunting, check some traps, and come back and check it out and see if see how far along it is. So I said, all you have to do is just plug it in. You can hear the blower. It heats up just a very, very low heat, and just walk away. All right, I have the jerkies all finished. This is my second batch that I did. This batch only took about 4.5 hours, and because there isn't that much, I did whatever was left in the bowl from this morning after the first batch was finished. Seems pretty dry enough to take a decent bite. I used teriyaki. I believe it was the Backwoods jerky mix. I think the next time that I use that brand, I'll dump the whole seasoning packet into the hamburger. I can taste the teriyaki a little bit, but not like I think I should. But it's really easy if you do want to follow the directions. They're pretty straightforward. And try it out. This is a easy way to do it. And get yourself a little jerky press, dehydrator, and you'll be all set. Pretty easy. Until next time, enjoy the little things. So if you like this process, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and let me know how you did in the comments below.